Hey, welcome to Building Performance-Based Control, and this is the roadmap on how to do that. And so before going into the roadmap, I just want to draw a quick picture here. You're going to go on a trip, for example, and so you have a car, nice vintage, and what you're going to do is get on the road, and you're going to go from point A here to point B, wherever that is, and could be your aunt's house, grandma's house, parents, whatever. Alright, so when you get in your car, it's a long trip, so you know you're going to have to make some stops along the way, and you're going to have to stop and eat. That's one. And you're going to have to stop and you're going to have to refuel and get some gasoline. Alright, so the whole point is that when you go on this road trip, you know that you're going to have to make certain stops that are absolutely essential in order for you to get from point A to point B. And so in building performance-based control here, that's exactly what we're going to do, is just make sure that you know exactly where to stop so that you can get from point A to point B. And this search and deliver, that's searching for knowledge and behavior that you need. And then deliver is that you actually deliver the performance itself, and the performance is the action. So there's 10 steps here, and I'm going to run through them really fast. The first one is, are you ready? And this is probably the most important step, because if you're not ready to get into this car and to get to your destination, which is hopefully building performance-based control so you're in control of your diabetes, then no matter what people do to try to help you out, or you stop and eat and stuff, you're not going to get here. You're going to end up with a flat tire. The second is your community, and you want to make sure you can surround yourself with someone that you could call on 24/7. And then the next is all has to do with blood sugar control. And number 3 here is your diabetic medicine, so you know how it affects your blood sugar control. And then the next is you take your blood sugar, so you always know basically how fast you're driving, which is your speedometer. So the more you take your blood sugar control, the more you know your speed limit. The next is, number 5 is this active recreation. And active recreation is different than just exercise in that you're having fun. And that's important, because if you're having fun, the chance that you're going to repeat the behavior goes way up. So you want to make sure you're having fun. And the last one here is this fuel, and that's your food, and it's the type and the amount. The type is just does it spike your blood sugar, or does it not spike your blood sugar? So is it fast or slow fuel type? And then the amount is just how much. So basically, how much gas are you putting in your gasoline tank? All right, so on this level, every time you do this, there's also 4 more steps attached. And the first is gather intel. And so you want to know, for example, how does your diabetic medicine affect your blood sugar control? So you're always gathering intelligence. The same with your blood sugars, your active recreation, and your fuel. The next is to evaluate. So when you do any of these things, how does it affect your blood sugar control? So you have to say, did this help? Did this not help? And then the reason why. The next is that when you do a performance, that you're competent, and that is, do you get the result that you wanted? Is your blood sugar in control? So that's really what you're after. Is your blood sugar in control every time you do one of these 4 things? And then the last one is persistence, is just competence over time. And so in the long run, if you're competent before, let's say a month ago, are you still doing the same thing so that you're persistent and that your blood sugar is in control? And that's what this is all about. So over 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year, 30 years, are you where you want to be? So before going on, just one last thing is, please make sure you see that this information is for educational purposes only, and contact your medical care team for any changes to your diabetes care program. I had to say that This is your well-being, and it's too important to just get off the web. You absolutely need to make sure that you're in contact with your medical care team. So best of luck, and see you on the next tutorial.